Alright, should be going then. Not like it matters. Needs to make sure it goes live. Actually say something for me so I can see what your audio is in the mixer.
Something for me.
Alright, do it again.
Audio 1, 2.
Yeah, that should probably be good, I would say. I would hope so. Alright, it's live then.
Alright.
Do you mean to send it to you, or you just you playing you're playing that game instead?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm probably not gonna actually like watch.
No worries.
Actually, I will be right back out to get swap laundry.
Alright. Alright. So, welcome back to some more SpongeBob. I got a friend with me today hanging out on Discord while I play, but he's busy swapping out laundry, so he'll be back in a little bit. But jumping into some more of this, playing some more SpongeBob.
What's going on?
Hungry. If you weren't grilling those patties like an amateur's never cooked before, I wouldn't have to use my chum. Just follow my lead.
If I was following your lead, me precious patties would taste like your disgusting chum.
Mr. Krabs, what are you doing here? Are you working with plankton?
I had no choice. The poor citizens of Bikini Bottom were starving. I couldn't let them eat the garbage plankton was serving.
I'm right here.
I'm back.
What up?
So we struck a deal to feed those poor, hungry mouths.
Alright. All set now. What up, man? Welcome to the stream. You've
Well, if you don't
the
hurry
same
with
guy who
those
played
patties,
some
Krabs,
7 Days to
nobody
Die.
will be fed. Then you'll have to say goodbye to
Yeah, have
your
you
sweet
seen
mother.
any of that Son of the Force gameplay?
Yeah, I bought it.
SpongeBob, you gotta help us.
I'm on it, Mr. Krabs.
It looks wild. Like, I've seen some gameplay of it, and it's like the detail in it. It's kind of crazy.
Sorry, I'm chewing. So
That's alright. I'm making some Krabby Patties, apparently. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll say, is that any good? The Suns game.
All right, fine. I'm done chewing. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty decent so far. For sure. Definitely early access. Definitely early access. Definitely wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it like a couple of weeks or a month or two to get like some of these beginning like hiccups ironed out, because there's some like just annoying bugs. Nothing like majorly game breaking so far, just really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, boyo.
Yeah, a couple of things where it's like,
Dress up. So I've got a little
I know you had this solved in the forest, like kind of why is this an issue in this one? You know, like I understand it's early access, but I don't know. But I bought it. I don't think I'm gonna refund it. I'll probably just keep it and wait until it probably gets good.
How much
'Cause
are
if
they
it's
asking
anything
for
like
it?
the forest, it's 30.
Okay. So I think I
Yeah.
bought the forest for like $5.
Sticky sweet.
Finally, a restaurant.
I think is what it was when I got it.
Now it's a chum bucket.
Yeah, the forest is totally worth, 15, 20 bucks. So $5 is a pretty good deal,
Believe
but
that amoeba would dare to go missing. How could...
I think you mean us.
Right.
Yeah, I've like seen some gameplay of it. Yeah, and like I said, it's like kind of like crazy how like some of the things
I know you
act.
have your hands full already, but I got a little favor
yeah, it's
to ask.
pretty cool so far. I've only played it for like an hour, so like can't really like weigh in too heavily. And it was multiplayer.
Of course, lad, and they were here
We
before
kinda just,
got
like,
back from this other world.
Ran
SpongeBob,
around
those
and tried
pennies are
to,
worth more than your
I don't know,
life. Please,
Yes, sir, Mr.
find a
Krabs.
base or something,
lad. You're the
So-
best employee a crab could wish for.
or find somewhere to
Remember
like build a
take
base.
notes.
And I don't know. We really didn't even find anywhere to do that. We just like I ended up needing to take a break.
So I know
So-
me and you played the forest for a little bit that one night, but like we didn't get very far or do very much in it.
No, I would like to play it
it
through the forest because they've since like quote unquote finished it since you and I played. It now has like an end and all that other stuff. Because when we played, it was kind of just like survive for as long as you can, explore and find everything that there is currently in the game. But now there's like an ending,
Ooh, a
beginning, and
pretty
middle, and
fire
end. They
costume.
reworked a bunch of
We
shit.
must be going to some gentle
Um,
land of sunshine and kindness.
Changed how like the cannibals work a little bit, and they finished it. They polished it up. So it's one of those like I would like to get, 2-3 people
Don't give up, get
plus,
there.
however many, I don't care, to go through and finish it. But I've just not lined that up yet.
Yeah, I
None of the groups I play with are into it.
I was gonna say I think it's actually in my backlog challenge. The forest is. Let me look.
Nice.
What I was trying to pull up. Starts with an F. It is, yeah. It's number 86. So maybe when it gets called up, me and you can run through it.
Creatures, Patrick. They're
Something.
no,
Play a little bit. See
scary.
how
that was gonna be my second
see how it
No,
be.
this whole place is frightening. It's cold, it's moist, and it smells like the dumpster behind the chum bucket.
I think I'm in rock bottom on SpongeBob.
Ew! It must be the remains of the victims of the monster that came through here. We have to hurry and find
Yeah,
them.
Are
yeah.
you at rock bottom?
I don't know. It's like some kind of Halloween-ish kind of level looking thing, but it looks like rock bottom. I don't know if it is or not. It is, yeah, rock bottom. There's the sign. They've got it all decorated for Halloween, apparently.
Oh, cool. I got it pulled up in a small picture-in-picture window. I just have it muted. This double voice thing drives me up the wall.
Oh, I bet. I've like this game's actually like pretty good so far.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Very similar to like Battle for Bikini Bottom stuff. Like you're into that kind of thing. Damn it! How do I use the
Yeah.
hook again?
I'm totally fine with that. I liked the first one.
Yeah, I was watching that. They keep talking about the what button is the hook? Can't remember. The Sons of the Forest. I was watching somebody play it, and like one of the cannibals came up, and they like had to like shoot it in the head, and I don't know, just the way like it reacted and stuff. What button is that? Would just kind of like, I don't know, creep me out a little bit. Or I watched somebody was building a cabin. I can't remember who it was. I know it's like one of the more famous streamers. Okay, it's R2 or DR. But they were like building a cabin. They were like hacking down a tree, and it fell on top of their like base they were building, their cabin they were building, and just completely destroyed it.
That sucks.
I was like, that's kind of cool that that's like a physic in the game that you can actually like destroy your stuff by accident.
Oh yeah, you can do it in the first one too. It sucks. Someone's like not paying attention and they just like down a tree and it splats right into your base space. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get games though unless they're gifted. So I get through this list, which I've not made much progress. I'm still on Cyberpunk, which I haven't played in like 2 weeks. So it's gonna be a second.
Yeah, and you got a long list too, so I feel it.
Yeah, like I think over like 200 games, which, you know, like another 10 of them is Kingdom Hearts, and if they go like the first one, then
Yeah,
burn through
you'll
them
probably
pretty quick.
end up not playing them. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have the highest hopes for them.
I don't blame you.
But
I like Kingdom Hearts,
use that for
but or I did when I was growing up, anyways. But I don't know that I'd have the patience necessarily to play through it now.
I did 2 hours of the first one, and I was not a fan of it.
Super enthused.
No, I was like, I'm out of here. So far, there's been 2 of them I think I've bailed on so far. It was that, and then Ari and the Secret of the Seasons, which when you was over that one time, and we were, what the fuck do I do with this guy? What? What just happened? I just got like gobbled up by like, okay, and then he disappeared. Well, I don't know what that was all about. When you was there, remember when we was burning through like a ton of games, like trying some of them out?
Yeah,
That was one of them I think we like did like 4 minutes of, and we're like, this is stupid.
which one was it?
Ari and the Secret of the Four Seasons? I don't even know how to like
I think I
describe it.
vaguely remember.
But yeah, we watched it. I mean, not watched it. We were playing, like I was playing it, and it was like we were both like, "This is boring." We bounced out of it, and that sentiment.
Oh
is
yes,
still
that's
pretty
right.
true.
It was essentially like a tech demo. There was like nothing to it. You
Yeah.
literally just fucking ran around.
Yeah, I did 2 hours of it, and there is a little bit more to it than what we discovered with it, but not enough to be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing this for another.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't
How
a
many
$40
hours?
game.
No.
I'm looking at it now on Steam. No, that game was boring.
Oh, we have to.
If you hadn't
evade
said
this-
anything about it, I wouldn't have remembered it ever again.
Dude,
I remember more about Bendy from our 2-hour session than I do than like that shit.
Bendy was cool though.
It was.
They're making me do stealth on SpongeBob, so this isn't gonna go very well.
You'll live. You'll get over it. You gotta be the bush.
If Fortnite's taught me anything, it's how to creep around in a bush.
There you go.
Remember, SpongeBob? Just pretend that scary equals funny and
All right.
play hide and seek with them.
Great idea, and we'll win because they're not even seeking.
Alright, we made it through that section. It was rough, but we did it. I'll tell you what were fun games though I've been through so far was how to boo scare. Oh, so you can sneak up behind him and kill him. That's kind of wild. It's called Tori. They're like 99-cent games on Steam, but they're just like small little like 3D platformers. They're actually pretty fun. It took
What
me
is
like
this? What
Tori. There's Tori 1, Tori 3D, and then Tori 2.
Say, I've heard of those.
Yeah, I've not uploaded them yet, but I did them on Twitch just before I jumped back over to YouTube.
They're pretty decent.
Yeah, for like 99. I think
For
the
99
first one's
cents?
99 cents and the second one's $1.99, I think.
Oh, they're getting awful spicy over there with
I know.
with $1.99.
That inflation, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, I don't know, they're like maybe like a whopping like 30 to 40 minutes long, but like they're pretty cute and they're like inoffensive and they're fun.
Find a warm and safe place.
They did like a couple other games. They did like Kiwi 64 or something and MacBot, which is also on the list. They're also like $1 or $2 on Steam, the same studio.
Okay.
Something about this ooze
So
seems
yeah,
very
I'm excited to get to them.
Calcium with a faint trace of protein and lots of love.
I want to do more Cyberpunk this week because I've gotten through most of the Oscar movies so far. We did 2 of them today, so I've chipped away at a couple more.
We gotta find him.
You're... Say that last part again. You're making your way through the Oscar movies?
Yeah, the movies
Oh,
nominated
that's
for
right.
Oscars.
The Oscar noms you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, we did 2 of them today, so like I'm down to like, I don't know. I don't have too many left. which I'll be happy when I'm through them.
Finally done with them.
Yeah. I did the next, like, longest one, which is Babylon, which was like a 3-hour movie. So that one's out of the way now, so that's good. It was good, though. I mean, 6 out of 10. Oh, shit. I missed that jump.
You said Babylon?
Yeah.
The one that just came out?
Yeah.
Oh, you said you did watch that?
Yeah. We watched it today on Paramount had it.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you think?
Did you see it?
Yeah, I went and saw it in theaters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went and saw it with Austin and Claire and Emily.
Nice. I thought it was good. It's too long, though.
It
doesn't-
way the fuck too long.
Yeah.
It's like an hour too long.
Yeah, it doesn't justify its 3-hour runtime by any means. This level is
No,
like
it did not, like-
super lagging. Sorry.
Switch don't like it, huh? Yeah, they definitely they were a little too big for their britches on the length on that one. It had like good scenes in it though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I still think that one scene where it's like when they first start doing the talkies, and so they're trying to shoot the scene with Margot Robbie's character.
Yeah.
And they just keep having like mishap after mishap. I thought like that whole scene was like probably the best scene of the whole movie. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right up until right up until they're like, oh yeah, we killed our camera guy. Like,
Yeah. They open the door and he just falls out head first. It's like, oops. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's some good things about it for sure, but I think the best part was probably the score. I thought the score was awesome.
it was pretty good from what I can remember. Yeah.
That like just they basically made like EDM music, but with like all brass music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the score to it. But yeah, it's
You know
just
what?
way too long.
The scene that was really powerful for me now that I'm remembering it, because it's like the movie's really fucking long. It's like it's hard to like sift through the good parts and the parts that were boring and I don't remember. But the scene that was like one of the most powerful for me was the with the shoe shine.
Oh yeah, where they make the trumpet player. They basically
Yeah.
make an African American person do blackface.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of
like,
wild.
because they're like people in the South won't like, or the producer like to justify it or whatever. It's like people, or like African American people in the South won't like him because he's lighter than the rest of the people that was like playing or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're like you have to do this, and like the fucking like pain and rage on his face, like that scene was like really powerful just because you could like see the hurt on his face. Like, dude, he wants to fucking punch somebody.
I'm afraid I am not. I'm in the middle of
'Cause he,
crucial
like,
organizing business for the
It's so
sale.
incredibly like
If
fucked
you
up
want
and
to enter the
disrespectful,
race, you need to
like
pay the participation fee
on
of
1,000
5
levels.
candy
But yeah, that scene, like you could just like feel the emotion on that one. Like, oh, that one was rough.
Yes, that was that one was not a fun one. That scene.
Yeah.
The heck do I do?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
am I
can
just
only imagine how like the readout for that one went, where they're like, all right, where they're explaining to him like how that scene's supposed to play out, and they're like, all right, what we're
Yeah.
gonna do.
The heck am I supposed to do?
Oh shit.
I open up these doors, but I don't know. Just because there's nothing here.
A little dab will do ya.
But yeah, there's definitely like some great moments in it, but my god, yeah, there's a lot of filler in that runtime.
Yeah. There
Have you
was.
seen my snail? Tiny, cute, sweet, with very expressive eyelashes.
You need more to. Yeah.
If he's really sweet, then the monster probably took him.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm sending a text.
It ruined everyone's Halloween by stealing our sweets. The last time it was seen, it crawled down.
How come they're not doing a after words on rock bottom? It doesn't seem very,
There it feasts on
very,
innocent-
do they change rock bottom since we were kids?
Patrick, we need
Is
to
rock
find
bottom a little bit
to
nicer than when we were
racing
kids?
track.
I
Not as
guess.
One of my candy bars for the participation fee. Your awesome costume deserves
Does Patrick
it.
always look
Thanks.
like that, or is this just like
We need
rock
to
bottom?
find a way
No,
to
so
meet him.
because
Only way-
SpongeBob basically got cosmic ooze all over the place.
Yeah.
I got a rock.
Because he got wishes. He got wishes from a magic bubble soap from Neptune, and he overdid it, and it caused like this like multiverse thing to happen. But one of Patrick's wishes was he wished basically wished to be a bubble, and so he's a bubble. He's a balloon basically until
Trick or treat.
hey,
Nice.
this one is. It just must be the older generation.
Trick or treat.
Oh, does he?
This one does.
Here,
Nice.
have a candy bar. And nice costume, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta collect candy bars. We're trying to find Gary, and Mrs. Puff is doing a snail race, and you need 5 candies to
Gary.
enter.
Did you know everyone at my school says I'm the smartest,
So we're
most
trick-or-treating,
talented,
I
most
guess,
talented
is what we're doing.
Because they do.
This dungeon that I'm trying to finish on Eternal is
Yeah, it looks like one of those games I probably wouldn't like when I was watching a little bit of it.
I don't know. Maybe, probably not, but maybe. This part's optional, so it's like you totally don't have to put up with the bullshit that I'm going through right now. But
Try to look at my screen real quick. They keep doing these like weird, like gross out animation, like stills.
yeah. No, I saw that they
Wow, vintage.
brought back some of the gross out animation stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus. And I think that's hilarious because that was what that was some of what made like the first couple of seasons of SpongeBob like so funny. Were the like gross out scenes. I don't know if they still do those in the newer ones, but I know that it was like
I'm all in.
Yeah. Look,
something they went out of their way
Maybe you can
to
move
do.
here. Let me open the gate for.
there was a particular guy that was like, let's put these in. And they were like particularly successful for with
Look, Patrick.
our demographic.
This big blob guy right here, when you hit him, he does like an AoE attack, and it's like impossible to avoid it.
That's
You always
always
get hit.
fun.
Yeah, I've
do you
only
not
been able
have,
to
like,
avoid it
a-
like twice. You have like a dodge roll move, but it just doesn't. It's
Do you have a
like too
ranged
wide.
attack?
No, we don't.
Oh.
What did that unlock? Nothing? Oh, no, he'll probably give us a chocolate bar.
Chocolate! Finally, chocolate!
Alright, one more. All we need. I still gotta do, I still gotta watch the new Top Gun too. That's like one of the last, like, of the movies nominated for the Best Picture I haven't seen yet. Did you watch the new Top Gun yet?
No, I had like no interest in it.
Yeah,
I've heard like good things about it, like, but it just I've not seen the first one, so like I had no real
Don't even
incentive to
bother.
see the new one.
I
And I'm
rewatched.
not like oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's just because I rewatched the first one, for the new one, and I don't know. I don't think the first one's very good. Like a 4 out of 10 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't like super big onto it.
Super enthralled with it. Gotcha.
No. How do I get up there?
The Krusty Krab pizza.
Yeah, but I've heard the new one's like way better than the first one. It's on Paramount, so I'll watch it eventually, but
Cool. At least you don't have to like go drop the $30 on the Blu-ray.
or the 110 that Best Buy is wanting to charge or whatever it was for the combo pack of the two of them.
Excuse me?
Remember how I was telling you Best Buy's prices went crazy for a second?
Yeah.
They kind of rectified it a little bit last time we was in there. They're like, oh yeah, nobody will buy it for this price. Some comments I had was saying that they did it because they're starting some kind of membership program. And so the movies would be like regular quote unquote discount price. Or just, you know, the regular price if you had that. So
I can't believe that, like,
don't you know people have
it,
phobias?
the bonkers shit is that like it works. You know, like they
I
introduced
know.
that $200 tier
Boxes,
right when, you know, like a lot of that stuff, like a lot of electronics were hard to get a hold of, and they're like, if you want like a PlayStation 5, you have to buy it. You have to pay us $200 a year. People did it.
Sometimes boxes
Right.
have good things in them, like Krabby
but yeah,
Patty.
that's what I heard in the comments. And
Here's some candy.
last time we was in there, everything went like pretty much back down to price. But Top Gun was like I can't remember, but I was wanting to say it was like it's either 110 or like 130 for just Top Gun 1 and 2 on like 4K.
Can give it all away to Mrs.
You're out of your mind, man.
Yeah.
Walmart literally has like the same thing for like $35. I literally just saw it like yesterday.
You again. Did you bring the participation fee candy?
Sorry, say that bit again, buddy.
I was just gonna say it's funny because like Walmart has the exact same thing for like $35
Wait, what?
in
Yeah.
store.
It's like,
So
no,
You have to be
I'll
a
just go
snail
to
and fast.
freaking Walmart, you know.
mm-hmm. It's crazy though, like the state of physical. Oh God, what is going on here? We're a snail sponge.
Uh-oh.
Um,
What is that?
I know, right? It's kind of horrifying.
No, I ran into a boss monster, I think, on Eternal Ring. Oh lordy, good lord, it's fast.
But like me and Autumn was talking when we was in Walmart yesterday. Walmart like has a ton of like they have like 3 movies. If they would have got the Blu-ray to it, I would have bought yesterday. But they only get they almost only get DVDs now.
That is really annoying.
It's very annoying, especially because that's like the only place locally that sells physical media in my area. You know?
Little dab will do ya.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is terrible. So yeah, like Project Wolf Hunt, the Inspection, and I think there was another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. We're all like, man, if you had this on Blu-ray, I'd be coming home with it. But like, they almost like only buy DVD now because they're like the last store with like a large movie section, and I think it's because still like the casual everyday person still buys movies, but they only buy it on. They don't care about the quality, so they just buy the DVD.
No, yeah, they just get the DVDs.
Because it's cheaper, yeah. So it's like... That's kind of cool. Little
Yeah.
race. So yeah, it's like, it's weird because they've like reverted back into like just carrying... just carrying DVDs instead of Blu-rays.
And VHS is back on the rise, and cassettes on the rise, and the next thing you know, Walmart's going to be stocking VHSs, and they already stock vinyl.
Yeah. I don't know if... I think VHS is like... I don't think it's going to come back like vinyl did.
No, probably not.
Because like vinyl is kind of the optimal format still after all these years, where VHS is pretty much only optimal for like one genre of film, which is like exploitation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, VHS isn't going to make it come back.
I think it's made a secondary market come back a bit, just because... I don't want to have this power up yet. Just because of like... I want shit from my childhood, you know? that kind of like
Oh, yeah.
nostalgia. But like, yeah, if they're like, hey, we just released Top Gun Maverick on VHS, it would not sell like at all.
No.
Or 80 for Brady.
Ready for what?
Have you not heard of that? It's a Tom Brady made a Tom Brady movie with a bunch of old women in it who fawn over
Oh,
Tom Brady
yeah.
because he's Tom Brady.
I know Moist Critical watched it. He said that it was actually like surprisingly like not terrible.
Yeah, I listened to
I'm like,
that
that's funny.
podcast episode where they were talking about it, and I was like, that's weird.
That's funny.
I just assume like anytime my mom's like, I want to see that, I'm like, I'm out. It's like it's not gonna be very good. Sorry, Mom. Could you imagine though, like a
These tables are glowing. Maybe they
could you imagine though, like a 2-tape VHS tape of Babylon? Like that'd actually be kind of
Yeah,
cool.
oh God, no.
Like that'd actually be kind of cool. How do I get that golden spatula?
Protect. He also protect. Whoop. Hello?
I'm feeling better already.
I will say though, the more I play this game, I don't think it's as good as Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it's still pretty good.
Really? Why do you say that?
My only like thing is what like my reasoning is because it they have like a lot of like SpongeBob says a lot of like quips, but he doesn't have like a lot of variety of quips. So like I've heard him say the same thing like a bajillion times already.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
But I gotta be about halfway through it or so at this point, I would assume. I'm not entirely sure.
How many hours you got in it?
Oh, I think I did like 2.5 hours the first time I played it, and then like almost 2 hours the last time. So I don't know, somewhere around like 4 to 5 probably. And I've been
Nice.
playing for about half an hour today. So yeah, I don't know, something like that.
That's probably close to.
I can't imagine it's more than like an 8-hour game.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Like 10, maybe. You know.
Yeah, on like the long side of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This cave sucks. I really don't like that.
Bamboozled. Reward unlocked.
Bamboozled.
Yeah, I've bamboozled the enemy.
Okay, that guy's dead.
I want to see how bad Hogwarts Legacy plays on the Switch.
I keep seeing memes that it's like,
Is it bad?
I don't know. I don't know if is it even out on the Switch yet?
I don't know. I just knew it was coming out on the Switch.
I played it for like a couple of minutes and an hour or so today, but that's like I've seen the intro, and the intro was like pretty cool. But
Oh my god, I'm
that
building
was
the
on PC.
hash slinging slasher. Nice.
yes, that's my favorite episode.
Sandy!
It's a pretty good one. Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Candy with a C as hard
It was back when SpongeBob was kind of wild, because like, what kid would have got that reference?
Oh yeah, I sure as shit didn't.
Mm-mm.
Like
We're looking for my pet snail, Gary.
hell, I've
He's
still
got
not
lost.
seen that
Probably
movie.
in that
Like I
one of
finally
those
understand
I've
it,
seen
but
Cat
like
around, I'm afraid. But they
We
had
watched it one
monster
time at
monsters
Austin's, but
and
we were also
monsters in
like
a
playing board
museum.
games, so like I remember some pieces of it, but like not enough to be like, yeah, I sat down and watched it.
Little critter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rate it.
We should ask this monster if it's seen Gary.
Patrick, I don't think monsters can talk.
You know what? My little monster theater has been reset. If you do, I'll open the.
I don't
All
like
right,
it.
I got
No.
enough what's going on here with the dialogue. Also doing that thing where they're where they're explaining a sentence with a paragraph.
What do you mean?
Where they're over explaining stuff.
Oh. Yeah, no. That. Where it just like kind of feels like they're padding for time.
Yeah. There was something I watched or there was something or another where it was like that was a huge complaint I had with it was like it basically like it took forever to like explain. Oh, okay. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, it, like over explained and it took forever to like go that way. Yeah, basically what I just said. It took a paragraph to explain a sentence, and I can't remember what that was. Oh, Rainbow Billy. It was Rainbow Billy, which was Curse of Leviathan, which was one of the games I went through. Like, I just started skipping through dialogue because it was literally like boils down to like, you know, I can be happy in myself and be true with myself of who I am. You know, you were right. I should take advantage of that. And it's like, that's all the message would be, but it would be like 16 paragraphs. It'd be like,
yeah.
like 5 minutes
No,
worth of
thank you.
dialogue. And it's like, oh my God, I get it. And then it was like super repetitive with that too. Like, I liked the game overall, but yeah, like some of that information was like wickedly repetitive.
Like, I know this game is like technically targeted towards kids, but like kids aren't that stupid, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Gary slime. Maybe the monster caught a whole bunch
Well, yeah, because it's like one of those things where it's like, it's clearly like trying to answer like depression and like talk about like grief and everything like that. And it's like, okay, so you're making that subtle, but then like you're over explaining everything else. Where did I go wrong? What am I doing?
gotcha.
Follow the slime trail. What slime trail were we talking? Oh, that slime trail. I would assume.
Fighting. He says.
Look at me go!
I'm not even sure if I'm doing damage to this guy.
leads to that big bouncy thing over there.
Then we should clearly bounce on it.
Yeah, you were talking to me a little bit last time about Hogwarts Legacy. You're kind of liking it though so far?
Yeah. I really need to put like a little bit more time into it. I like realistically, I can't judge it really because I'm like
This slide leads to a whole new
really I'm still like at the beginning surface level shit, you know.
Yeah.
Everything that I've interacted with so far seems really well put together. But it's only the first hour.
Yeah. Also, I want to play it, but at some point, you know.
Yeah. No, I so far I definitely think you should. I think that you would like it just based on like what I played so far.
Yeah, I think I'd like it too.
But game freeze.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of that and this were like the two games coming out I was like really wanting my hands on. And thankfully this one was super cheap. Cuz like Hogwarts Legacy, if I don't have a PS5 by the time I go to like want to get it or can get it, then I'll probably just go PC. And I might just go PC anyway. My only thing with PC is I hate spending the money on it and not having like a physical copy that you can like, you know, regret sell. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Not having
yeah.
the monetary value of it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can. You have the option to refund on PC though, like as long as it's within the first 2 hours, and even if it's like 3.5 hours in, 4 hours in, like it just won't automatically give you a refund. You can still send in a thing and be like, this is like too hard and I'm just like not capable of beating this, or like whatever, and like most of the time Steam support will just give you the refund. They would rather give you the refund and then have you spend that money on something else than they would like tell you that like you're SOL. It's usually the only time that they, like, from what I understand, the only time they really combat you is it's like you put 20 hours in and it's like a game that like commonly only takes like that long to finish. Like you've like definitely probably finished it and it's like, I want a refund, I didn't like it. And it's like, well, no, that's not how this works. Like, but yeah, if you,
I didn't like my dinner, but I ate the whole plate. Now comp me.
Yeah. But you know, like, yeah, you buy Harry Potter, you get like an hour and a half, 2 hours in. It's so the way that it works is it's under 2 hours.
I've refunded before.
Well then, I mean, yeah, you get it. Then just you know.
I've gotten a game before that I played like 40 minutes of it. I'm like, this shit doesn't even like work.
Yep, there you go. With the refund. Thingy Hoosier system is in place where. There we go. English. I know it sometimes. Good lord, this guy. Wait, am I actually even able to kill this guy?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
20,000 hit points.
Sticky sweet.
Probably I am. He just has a lot of health. Okay.
Nothing personal.
I'm assuming that's Gary's family. On the wall. What is this? Ooh, you sneaky bastards, hiding these coins from me. The coins are how you get like costumes in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
your
like trying to find them.
Cosmetic cash.
Yeah. Well, so you gotta find the gold coins to unlock them, and then you have to have cosmic jelly basically to buy them. But the cosmic jelly is like basically unlimited, so it's like kind of pointless.
Okay.
Told ya. Look at all those snails the monster kidnapped.
Look, it's Gary.
What?
So how do we save Gary without that monster snail seeing us?
Gary is the monster snail.
Huh? They grow up so fast, don't they?
These
Patrick's so
massive amounts of
stupid.
Candy bars must have given him a sugar rush. We can't take him back home like this. We have to cut off his candy supply first.
Already on it, buddy.
Oh, I got a boss fight with Gary. Hold on, I'm gonna reply to a text first.
You didn't know a boss fight with Gary. Uh-oh. Gary does now. Get in the booth. Meow.
Yeah, he's like a giant monster snail.
That's super dope.
Oh god. How do you fight him?
Very carefully.
Imagine we gotta go up here. I cannot go up there. Alright, so what do I do?
I don't know.
I broke his candy machine. What did that do for me? Nothing? Oh, okay.
Broke his candy machine.
And unlock this top part. It's kind of annoying.
The boss.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary's kind of an annoying boss.
I got faith in you. You can do it.
So that's what I gotta do. I just gotta go around and destroy his candy machines.
Well, at least there's, you know, spare underwear.
I know, yeah, your underwear is your health. Your square pants as you would. Oh, you son of a bitch, Gary.
You really are my best friend.
Holy shit, that hurt.
I'm down to 1 underwear.
Yeah, I'm down to no healing
Oh,
items.
and I killed myself. I committed seppuku.
Oh, damn.
Now I got full underwear, so I think I won the long run on that one.
Does it make you start the whole fight over, or does it
No.
just start over
It's-
that phase?
It's basically like no consequence game.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it sends you back to a little checkpoint, but like, yeah, no, I don't have to restart the whole boss fight over or anything.
Alright, good.
Almost did it again. Pressed the wrong button.
Feeling better already.
Alright, did that beat Gary? I think so.
Gary's gonna bring that whole museum down. We have to get him out of here before we're all buried in the rubble.
We're about
But Gary is still giant.
Can I actually use tornado on you?
I'm sure he'll go back to normal once we get him home.
Or does it
I
just
sure
fizzle
hope
out?
you're right, Patrick.
I've never been wrong about anything yet.
Yay, we got Gary. Where did that put me at? Was that the 4th world? I think that was the 4th world. So I should be halfway through it then, because there's only 7 worlds. So I think I'm 4 of 7 done. Which that was the case. That was like the shortest one. What is this? Dude, I get on Blu-ray.com. They have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 40th anniversary, and it's on like a cattle truck. The box the movie comes in is made to look like a cattle truck.
God.
Why?
I
That's
don't know,
funny.
They thought it looked cool.
Wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, that makes me annoyed. Secrets of Dumbledore is only it's only $12 for the 4K, and I paid $24 just for the Blu-ray.
Oh. Does it have a cool slip though?
I don't know, because I got the Slippy.
Sometimes
That was one of, you know, Walmart, or at least our Walmart, didn't get the 4K to that. They only got the Blu-ray.
I'm not super surprised.
I'm a little surprised.
Now my whole rock is
I haven't seen it yet.
Eh,
We've been meaning to do a Fantastic Beasts marathon, because I've only seen the first one.
I've not heard super great things about 2 and 3, but
Same.
you know, I would watch them.
Could you stop yammering? I'm trying to
Oh, I will
I liked the
eventually.
first one.
I did too. Well, eventually, I don't know if I ever told you, I found the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them book at a yard sale for $1. In like
No,
brand
that's
new
dope.
shape. Yeah, like brand new condition. Like it's in amazing condition.
I found that
Hell yeah,
squiddy
nice.
neighbor of yours. Just to give me more jelly and your new cosmic costume.
I haven't read it or anything. Not exactly on the top priority of my We're prehistoric SpongeBob. It's not exactly the
Oh, sorry, Patrick.
top of my list of like my books to get to, but
Yeah.
Nah, I look like I'm from the Stone Age.
I am glad that I have it now though, so I can eventually read it.
A little dabble, do ya?
Ow, 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 ow. Sorry.
Oh, this isn't.
Sorry, dude. I'm distracted trying to like beat this boss.
Oh no, you're good, man. You're good. Like I said, we don't.
SpongeBob,
When I was talking to you about like
are.
wanting to do this, I wasn't like thinking we had to have like
Yes,
a
but
super
I
engaging
need
talk.
your
It's
help.
just I wanted to stream some SpongeBob, but I also wanted to just chill out and BS some.
Oh yeah, no, I understand.
Anything for my favorite teacher.
This jelly stuff ruined all the good noodle stars. I can't reward students without them.
Don't you worry, Mrs. Puff. Your best noodle
This may
student
be
will
the
help
play.
you in these trying times.
Thank you, SpongeBob.
That's it.
You get it?
Yeah, beat him.
Just watch where you're going. We'll all get along fine. Hold tight, Squidward.
I think we're going after Squidward now.
Hey, Mr. Squidward.
Yeah, so I got 3 of the boglins of the. I got all 3 of the alien boglins today.
I saw that. That was super dope.
Tanaka.
Yeah. Well, that booth, not to give out location, that booth was having a 40% off sale. I don't know if I told you about that yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, you said you were gonna go because they were having a really good deal.
Yeah, and so they probably had a couple more if I wanted to drop more money, but I was like, I'm just gonna hold off. Well, the reason why, well, one is it's one of the regular Kings, but it's a gold edition, and I want to get the original editions first. And then the other one had some box damage, and I was like, even though it's like 40% off, I'd still like to try to get a pristine, like, or not pristine, but like a really good shape box.
Sure.
So, but I went with all 3 of the aliens because they were all in pretty good shape. So I was like, sweet, just got that whole section of boglins checked off my my wish list. Oh god,
Hell
is the
yeah,
world? Okay, I got to keep running. The world's getting destroyed behind me. I didn't notice that. I just thought the world was caving in around me, not actually going to kill me for not running.
Go push you.
I will say though
Push
that that vendor market, they had a lot of empty booths. Makes me feel like they might not be. I mean, not to the point where it's like super empty, because there's like some new ones, but my god, there was like quite a few of them empty though, compared to what there have been.
Not as full as normal. Well, it's also winter too, you know. So like,
I guess, yeah, they probably pick up maybe like around yard sailing season where a lot of that stuff picks up.
Yeah.
Squidward, Banuga.
Oh, I did find Onward on Blu-ray for $3. That was a cool find.
I saw that like in the bottom of that picture. Dope. 'Cause I liked Onward.
Dude, I right? Like that one got a lot of shit, I feel like, for no reason. A lot of people were like, it kind of sucks, it's just formulaic, like Pixar is like,
Well,
yeah, it's
I
very like it's very it is like very like formulaic like Pixar, but at the same time, like I don't know, when I watched it, it's like they did it in a pretty fun, unique setting, but then it was also like it reminded me of like why I like Pixar in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know why it got so much crap, but it did. Oh, this guy's gonna be annoying.
I don't. You know, maybe just because it wasn't like a trendsetter.
I don't know. Be my guess.
Who knows?
Where am I? Oh my god, I'm glitched inside of it. Okay, there I go.
Uh-oh.
I was glitched inside of the worm for a second.
I can't believe you've done this.
Right. I will say this game's kind of buggy. That's for sure. Like, see, look, if you look like real quick, I've already collected all these. They're just like hanging out.
Yeah, no, that needs to be patched out.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just like the Switch version or if it's all of them.
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like this is like a super like complex game for like the Switch not to be able to handle.
You'd think. I mean, there is a lot going on, but the Switch is also 7 years old now, so
Don't say that.
who knows?
I don't want there to be a new console. I just want there to
If
only
they
be
do,
Switch.
they really need to make all the Switch stuff backwards compatible.
Nintendo's really not been the worst, like disc-wise on backwards compatibility.
There's technical hurdles to overcome for sure. Like, because of the platform that they're using with the Switch. Like, they essentially need they're using like their processor is an ARM64 processor and the GPU is like an NVIDIA GPU. So essentially, they need to maintain backwards compatibility. Whatever system that they like come out with will either have to have like the ability to run ARM64 CPU code and have an NVIDIA GPU and capable of like running the same commands that the current GPU runs, just like faster. Or they'll have to come up with a software way to do those things, and that's, while not impossible at all, because like Switch emulators exist and they work pretty darn good. It's just like they'll like, if they do that, then whatever hardware they'll do will have to be powerful enough to do that. How are they going to get the cartridges on it? Like,
Yeah.
is it still going to be handheld? Like, they could absolutely go to AMD right now and be like, hey, we want something like the Steam Deck. But, you know,
Can they just release a Switch that's like just beefier though?
Yes and no. So,
Isn't the Switch still selling like hotcakes?
it is, but the problem is, so the Switch uses an NVIDIA Tegra X1 system on a chip, which is like, it's an all-in-one like system on a chip. The memory controller, like the part that actually like makes the GPU talk to the CPU, all of that's like an all-in-one little system. And it was designed by NVIDIA almost 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was old when Nintendo started using it for the Switch. Like, as a matter of fact, there's an NVIDIA Tegra X2, which is like a slightly newer but more power-hungry blah 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 version of the X1. So the issue that Nintendo runs into is like, NVIDIA didn't really develop the platform further than that. X1 and X2 are all there is.
Yeah.
And the issue that, Nintendo is like running into is, we need it to, only use X amount of power, but we also need it to be, be X amount more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And unless they switch to someone else, and then they're like, but Nintendo's willing to put into work to make sure that like all of their CPU and GPU code runs on whatever new platform they're on, or they build some kind of way to do it on the fly, kind of like an emulator does. There's just those are like, you can't, like, technically they could release a Switch 2 that has like a Tegra X1 just overclocked to snot and back with extra memory.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it'll definitely perform faster, but you can only polish a turd so much, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So they just need to basically like build a whole new thing.
Kind of, yes.
Do you think they'd go handheld again?
For sure, because
Best friends.
like the Switch proved that it's like still a viable market.
I hope they do it hybrid style like the Switch, where it's like both, because to me that's been the biggest appeal, like by far.
And I'm sure that they'll do that again. I'm sure that they'll do the same thing that they did this generation, where they came out with the Switch, and then they'll come out with the Switch Lite that's, you know, that was half as much, but you can't dock it to a TV. And, like, that's fine. You know, like, when you're a parent and you're like, yeah, but it's $100 less, and it means that, like, I can actually get it for my kid for Christmas or whatever. Or, like, oh, boohoo, he can't plug it into the TV, but that means I can get him, like, 3 extra games this Christmas, or, you know, or her this Christmas. Like, that's the difference sometimes, you know, because, like, I don't care if my, you know, like, I don't care if my 6-year-old plugs it into the TV. Like, I'd rather him just, like, not do that so I don't have to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but
that, like, you have to look at it from, like, those, like, points of view kind of thing. But
do you think they would for like that, like,
I think they would,
streamer
absolutely.
market and stuff? Because I know
Absolutely.
Nintendo is not
there's
as
like
big
a
on the
ton of
streaming
people
part.
that like never do it handheld. They only play it on their TV.
Me, I hardly
Yeah.
ever play this thing handheld.
So I think that like, and I think that Nintendo knows that that's mainly how it, you know, it's used for large portions, because, you know, they don't like, they don't push like the touch screen or any of the, like, you know, they don't really push like any of the features really of using it handheld.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's for sure time. You know, 7 years is a really long lifespan for a console. I mean, I know the last 2 generations like went on a pretty good time, but like, it's time. The Switch is just really starting to show its age. At least as far as like, if they're wanting to keep up with like new, you know, AAA titles and all that other bullshit, like
Hogwarts
it doesn't
Legacy.
necessarily matter. Huh?
Like Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Run
and
that
that doesn't
stuff.
that kind of stuff doesn't necessarily matter. You know, like the Switch has sold gangbusters and it doesn't have Call of Duty on it. You know, like
It will.
I saw that. Did you see that it's not going to be natively on the Switch? It's going to be streamed.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be good.
So it's not real.
Yeah, no. So Microsoft is pairing with Nvidia to set up, like, they'll essentially like render it on the cloud and you'll stream it. Stream the video feed to your Switch and everything.
Do you think games are gonna go in that way? Like
It's
movies,
possible.
where they're just gonna have like a streaming service you pay for, rather than like they'll have like some kind of hardware, like Stream Deck kind of thing they'll have, and then you just they're trying already.
If more of the country gets access to fiber internet, like if say over half of the country was on fiber, because so I guarantee like gaming companies want that to be like, especially companies like Apple and Nvidia and Microsoft and Sony and all of them, they want that stuff to be a reality, because then it means that like they get like ultimate control over the platform. They can and then also like they can move away from like, all right, you really don't own anything anymore, you like pay us a subscription for everything. Like you'll essentially rent your cable box that connects to their streaming service, and you'll use that cable box to watch Netflix and Hulu, and you'll also use it to stream Xbox and blah blah blah. And, like, so I guarantee that like someone somewhere wants that to be a thing, but the problem with it is that like we don't really have the infrastructure for it.
Yeah,
like,
not yet.
most people don't have fiber internet, and fiber internet is going to be the thing that like makes or breaks that experience for most people because latency.
Mhm.
It's not even that like most people don't have gigabit internet. That's not important for like streaming video like that. Like most people would be perfectly fine with like a 50 megabit connection. The problem is that like when they're streaming it from a data center that's half a country away,
Yeah.
and they're doing it on like cable, cable adds say 40 milliseconds of lag. Then add another 100 or whatever because they're halfway across the country. So now you're getting like anywhere from say 4 to 10 frames of delay when you're trying to play this game. That's a sixth of a second.
Yeah.
So you start feeling that like like it's not responsive and I'm getting killed because like I told him to jump and he jumped, but like after they shot at me or whatever. That's what a lot of people run into right now. It also doesn't help too that like add on top of that Wi-Fi, and it's on the second floor, or you're on the second floor, and it's the modem that like came with your cable company, so it's not even like a great one.
Yeah,
So there's
remember
another
Spectrum,
50 or 60 milliseconds of latency.
the nonsense they were trying to Spectrum, the nonsense they were trying to sell me. Remember? Because you told me what modem to get, so I bought it. And then they were like, that's not even possible. And they read it and they're like, oh, okay. And it's like, yeah, see? I know someone who knows more than you.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, Spectrum just doesn't train their technicians very well. Like, you'll see them complaining about it online that like they're just kind of thrown to the wolves as far as like knowing how any of that stuff actually works.
Yeah.
I've seen a few posts where the guys are like, I'm super grateful when I get a customer that like actually knows what in the hell they're talking about, because I can ask them questions, because we just don't get that kind of like, we don't have like that kind of like knowledge on hand sometimes. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's probably why. They just were like, all right, this is how you run cable. And dude was like, okay. And that was it, But, but no, so we need fiber. We need that like low latency. We need that low ping time for like video feed like that. And from what I understand, it's not actually like a lot of companies. I was just listening to the WAN show last night on the way down to your place.
Not to interrupt.
Which is Linus Tech.
Yeah, not to interrupt. How's the stream look? Because my bit rate's dipping on me a little bit.
It's about... Yeah, it's dropped down to about 480 or so, it looks like. It's definitely dropped. But it's consistent anyways. Your frame rate's fine and all that stuff.
Okay.
Maybe a drop frame here or there.
Alright.
There's a little stutter there, but it's fine.
Okay.
Relatively speaking.
Okay, sorry, continue. Linus Tech.
They were saying that, Linus Tech Tips, the WAN show, they were saying that, apparently, like, based on articles that they were reading, that, so, like we were saying, like, yeah, there are companies that want cloud gaming to be, like, a thing. They want that to be the thing that people do. But it's not, Google closed Stadia.
Yeah.
Remember Google Stadia? Amazon's cloud gaming service is, like, not doing well.
I didn't even know they had one.
Exactly. Like, NVIDIA's cloud gaming service doesn't do super well. Like, Microsoft's doesn't either, as far as I'm aware. Like, I think they probably got, like, the most action out of anyone. But like, PlayStation Now doesn't do super great. From what I understand, PlayStation Now has issues with latency. Like, even on a good connection, like, their connection is, like, slower than it should be. Which is, like, a damn shame. It's like, that's a little stupid. You'd think you'd go out of your way to make sure that, like, the pipeline from you to the internet was, like, as quick as possible for something like that, especially if you want it to be, like... Because you know, you gotta think about it this way. Like when they release like a PlayStation 5, they lose money on those. They're not making money on PlayStation 5s. Like they sell each console at a loss. But what they make their money on is then you keeping that PlayStation 5 for 5 or 10 years. Well, 5 years, let's say, and then buying,
money on
you know, a couple of $1,000s worth of games on it. Yeah. Or maybe you purchase some movies and music, you know, whatever.
I don't understand people who buy movies on their like gaming console. That makes no sense to me.
Dude, I don't understand that shit either. But like, yeah, you'll see like stories of people that like, yeah, I've got like a big movie library on like those like terrible like movie digital services on PC and stuff, like Voodoo and shit. I'm like, what are you doing with your like?
What was it? Ultraviolet? That was the one that like went dead, right? And they had to like figure out what to do with people's libraries and stuff.
Yeah. And I think that was the one that was mainly like people that bought DVDs and Blu-rays and got the codes with it, but it was still like I know that there are people that like Sony movies or whatever, PlayStation movies, remember when that was a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there are people that like, oh, I got a PlayStation, you know, like I might as well. And that was the only thing they ever, you know, but yeah, so they want cloud gaming to be a thing because then, yeah, they don't have to sell PlayStations at a loss. They can just sell you a cable box, or, you know, or rent you a cable box even, because, you know, companies don't want you to own shit. Because if you don't own the thing that you're using, then they can charge you for it.
Yeah.
They can continuously charge you for it.
Well, my
because
problem
that's
with
what,
it...
like, huh?
No, I was gonna say, you go on.
Nope, no, I was getting ready to go on a rant. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because like when PlayStation 3 ended their digital sales, like it's like, okay, well, I guess these games that I purchased digitally aren't worth anything anymore. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like the Wii, like how the Wii like closed out of their stores, so you can't even like re-download games. It's like, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think that stuff should be.
Why I won't buy anything digitally
legal?
on consoles.
Yeah, I don't see. That's why I have like slightly less of an issue with purchasing the stuff on PC and not getting a physical copy, because it's like at the end of the day, like in their TOS they say that like they're supposed to give you a way, you know, to access like games that you purchase if the system ever like truly goes down.
Yeah.
If they'll actually do it, you know, who knows?
A different story. Yeah.
But they already go above and beyond as far as like if a game gets removed from Steam's like store and you purchased it, it's still on their CDN. Like you can still like uninstall the game and re-download it like always.
That's what. Yeah,
They
I got
just
way more
don't sell
buyer
it anymore.
confidence. I got way more buyer confidence buying on Steam than I do like especially any kind of like gaming consoles, like digital storefront.
And even outside of Steam, like, you know, it's PC. So like if they screw around and shut down their service, then it's like, all right, I guess I'll just like pirate it.
Yeah.
You know, because like I own it.
That's like the thing, like between games, especially video games, because there's no. We're starting to see a little bit of it with these like how Nintendo has their digital consoles where they're running like emulators and stuff. And like PlayStation was doing it for a little bit. Xbox is doing some backwards compatibility. But like there's really no like preservation with video games.
No.
Like there is, and like the remasters and everything are cool. But like I wish the remasters would come with like the original version installed as well. Like you could just toggle, all right, I want to play the remaster, or I want to play, you know, I want to play the original version of it. Which, like, cause like Medieval had the original version, but it was like you had to 100% the game to get it, and it's like that's cool, but like as for damn it,
a little extra.
yeah, it's a little much for someone like me who's like, I'm never gonna 100% this game. It's not gonna happen. But like, yeah, so there's like no preservation in video games, so it's like it's weird like that we've leaned into like, and so you can say this with some movies too, but like where we either don't get US rights to certain films or you know, they just become lost media. But it's like, it's weird like the people pirating this stuff would pay money probably to get copies of this in person. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like
most of them, like will tell you that even. Well, I mean, like saying it and actually like saying you'll spend money and pulling out your wallet's a different thing. But like most of them will tell you that like not it's just like easier or whatever.
yeah, it's the more convenient method, which is just
You don't
also
have to
another
sit.
weird thing.
You don't have to sit through like all the fucking DVD menus and anti-piracy warnings and all the other it's like I don't have to wait 60 seconds to watch my movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Death maybe? I don't know. Let's find out.
wow.
Death. Okay.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's like it's crazy because like there's like movies that are like out of print, like super expensive. That's like if you just made this like I don't like just reprint this, or like some games, it's like I have no clue why like Nintendo. I get their like little service they have for the Switch of like the N64 games and stuff, but like you're telling me you can't just have like a storefront of just the N64, like the complete game library emulated?
Oh, they absolutely could, but yeah, they're the problem there is that like
Shit,
everyone's
taking a
looking,
drink.
everyone's looking for recurring spending now, and
Yeah, they're looking for that live service, baby.
yeah, and it just selling you the game
Thanks,
outright
Fortnite.
doesn't benefit them quite the same way.
Yep.
But no,
Oh,
I
back
agree with
from
you.
there.
The current state of video game preservation is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you that like things like remasters, like it would be awesome if they included the original version with remasters. I understand why they don't most
Didn't
of the
Halo?
time.
Didn't the Halo collection do it?
Yeah, they did because of the way that they did their remaster, which was they essentially ported the original engine to like modern console, Xbox One.
Yeah.
And
Damn, it's hard to-
that was honestly a lot of the reason why they had so many issues with getting everything like fully working with Master Chief Collection, I guess. Because like it was 4 or 5 different generations of the same engine with all their own different sets of quirks and whatevers and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But that was why you were able to just like push the button and like be playing the original version with the original graphics, because it was essentially the same game just with different graphics engine, which I'm of the opinion that like it like if you're gonna like sit on a property, you own a property, you're not gonna do anything with it, you should have to release the source code.
Yeah.
And that's the code that actually like lets you build, say, like the executable that you run to play the game or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to like give you the assets for the game, which would be like the levels, the level data, the textures, the sounds, all of that shit, like all the assets and stuff that they had to work on. But just making the engine open makes it so that like, all right, you don't have to maintain this anymore. We have all the building blocks that we need now to make this run on whatever thing that we need to, we want it to run on.
Yeah.
And then it's up to us to maintain it. Like, we still have to go and purchase a copy of the game or whatever it is, because like we need those assets, and like you still own copyright on those assets. Like, that's totally fair. But like making the engine open makes it so that like, okay, we can still play this game 20 years from now, because like now I can just make this run on anything. We have projects like there's I've told you about this before, I think briefly, but there's a project where they essentially like reverse engineered the source code to Zelda Ocarina of Time for the 64.
Yeah, you were telling me about
And
this before.
with that, like the homebrew community has ported that to like everything. So you can now build a version of Ocarina of Time that runs on PC natively. Like you just double click the exe like you would for any other game, and it runs. It's not an emulator. It's running on your PC. And the only thing special that you have to do to get everything up and running is have the ROM for the Nintendo 64 version and dump all the assets to it. And like that wasn't done because Nintendo released the source code. It was done because a bunch of crazy people with a bunch of time on their hands was like, you know what? I want to figure out how this game works, and then we're going to release it to the public.
Right.
There was another group that just did the same for A Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo. There's now like PC ports of A Link to the Past, and that is super crazy to me.
Yeah, it's weird like that. That basically like the only like video game preservation is from like people who are just like going out of their way to be like, I want to preserve this.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of times that's not enough. You know, there's instances with like, so have you heard of the game Grim Fandango?
I believe so. It sounds familiar.
It's like the weird skeleton, like skull looking things.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
So that's like an old adventure game from the late 90s. That's it had a remaster come out a couple of years ago, and its development story is kind of infamous in the community because they lost the original source code, or most of the original source code and like a lot of the original assets to the game. Because LucasArts didn't properly like back that stuff up, or if they did, then the backups went bad, whatever. But like, so when they went to do that remaster, they essentially like took a copy of the game that they had the release version, and basically like played through it, and we're like, all right, like what do we have, and we'll have to rebuild large sections of this game from scratch, and it'll just have to play like this, because they lost the code. And if they had, like, of course, this is 20 plus years ago, but if, that source code had been, released publicly or something,
then yeah, maybe
it wouldn't have been such a scramble to get it all up and going, But I understand wanting to protect proprietary secrets, blah blah blah. But it's just, I think by the time that like all of that stuff had happened, like it had passed its life cycle. But then you also have things with like the live service stuff, or MMOs, like
the live service thing's getting out of hand. That's what I think.
It's starting to bite a lot of companies in the ass. From what I'm seeing, a lot of those live services are starting to get shut down because there's just an oversaturation of them on the market, and people are like they're just not subscribing to them anymore.
Yeah.
Battle Pass stuff is starting to like, Battle Pass subscription is starting to like die down, and just things of that nature. They're not definitely like dying overnight, but from what I understand, more and more games are just like that we're using that model are slowly starting to dwindle. Like their numbers are starting to dwindle.
I don't know if you're seeing this, but I'm fighting Pearl right now, and like she's doing this crying thing, and it's like impossible to fucking block like her tears. It's super frustrating.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, the whole live service thing, like, it's cool because like most of the time, if you don't want to pay for it, it doesn't matter. But like at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I guess I'm used to the model where it's like you release a new game every year because people would get bored of the game. And then now it's like, let's make this game last as long as possible.
Yeah, and then, you know, honestly, half the time it wouldn't even necessarily be so bad if, like, the monetization practices with them weren't so predatory.
Yeah.
And then, if they would
Yeah, they're
actually,
bad.
like,
Damn it.
flesh out and finish the damn games. Like, a lot of times they don't do that. Like, Halo Infinite, like, suffered from this hard. It had a really strong launch. But then people were like, well, there's, like, actually not a whole lot to do. And Microsoft was like, yeah, well, we'll be adding stuff. Don't worry, not Microsoft. 343 was like, well, don't worry, we'll be adding stuff. And it just, like, never really came.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a steady stream of new cosmetics for you to purchase. But, you know, like, where's the new maps? Where's the new game modes? Where's the new, like, where's anything innovative with this at all? Like, and they just did not do that.
Can I just... Fuck me. God damn it. This Pearl boss fight is super obnoxious. How far back? Oh, it sent me that far back, really. Yeah, this has been the most annoying boss fight. Yeah, Halo Infinite, I've not heard, like, anything good about.
It's fun. And, you know, the multiplayer is free, so it's, like, worth checking out. Like, you'll definitely, like, get some good times out of it. It's just, like, over, like, a, you know, 20 hours or whatever, it's like, all right, like, unless I just want to get, like, a lot better at this, you know, it's a lot of the same.
Yeah. But I didn't play a ton of the Halo Master Chief Collection other than when, like, me and you guys played. That was about as much of it as I played. I need to play through the stories of them at some point. They're on my list.
Yeah, you do.
Played through Halo 2, but it's been a bajillion years.
It's
I had
worth
that
picking
for
back up.
OG Xbox and the old Duke controllers.
Oh, yeah. I want one.
The only, like, retro console I want, I want a 64. Like, really bad. At some point I'll get one.
What for?
Just to play.
Like, is there, like, anything that's, like, attracted you to the 64 in particular?
I just grew up playing it a lot with my cousin.
Okay.
I don't know why I ran out into the lava there.
What games are you, like, wanting to get for it kind of thing?
The top ones, I mean, I guess Pod Racer, even though I have it for Switch now.
Yeah.
So I don't really need Pod Racer. But like Excite Bike 64 would be a really cool one to get. Obviously like Mario Kart, the Star Wars games that were for it. I don't know, just the ones I played a lot with my cousin.
I'm super glad you said Excite Bike 64.
Yeah, I played that all the time.
It's a good time.
Jumpin' Jim Rivers.
Dude, Jumpin'
Ricky,
Jim Rivers
what
was
was
the
it?
guy that I used every time.
Right? Ricky, what was it? Ricky Tricky something?
I don't remember.
There's Bobby Malone. Because his maneuver was a lazy boy, and as a kid I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
He like lays on the bike or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember Mountain Climb?
No. I don't know if I ever played that.
It was a game mode in Excite Bike.
Oh, then probably. Was it like you just like climbed up stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I think I
it was
remember.
literally just you tried to climb up the mountain.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
I
incredibly
remember.
difficult. I don't know if my cousin and I ever actually made it to the top. We made it really damn close a couple of times, though.
Squidward, I don't know if you've noticed.
So I played they did an Excite Bike that came with the original, but it was like a remake for the Wii. It was a download only. And I got it, and
Yeah.
I played that thing like all the time. I played that so much as a kid.
Wait. So it was the remake of the original or the
Yeah,
64?
the original. No, not
Oh,
64.
okay.
Because 64 is kind of just like a straight up, like... It's kind of just a straight up, just dirt bike racing game.
Yeah.
Back to its old, unpredictable self.
Yeah, that would be one of them that would be like on the top of my list. That's another one that's like went into the ether that I'm hoping just shows up one day as a remaster.
SpongeBob, good
Because on the Switch on the store, don't you have to purchase... Oh, that reminds me, I need to renew my Switch membership coming up.
the heating for my tree dome broke when we came.
We'll keep our eyes
Iridocyclitis.
What?
It's just... Yeah, no, it's a vine that me and Autumn, for whatever reasons, replaced in our vocabulary, irregardless or regardless. We just say iridocyclitis instead. But like on the Switch, like the N64, don't you have to pay for that? That's not like free with your Switch
Yeah,
membership,
no,
is it?
it's an expansion pack for your Nintendo Switch Online subscription. It's really
kind of annoying.
It kind of got lost in all the
I'll look into it after I play through my list of games.
Seriously, from what I understand, you're better off just like
Emulating.
taking the time to get the PC PC version, like PC emulator set up for 64 stuff, bro.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
They've like there's a couple of like
Gary's a well-read master
just like
of
quality of
linguistic
life
finesse,
things that they
and he
did not do.
definitely has a
It's
book or
like
two that'll
issues with
help
like
Squidward.
input lag and a couple of other
Let's
things.
check out his library right away.
Yeah, plus he knows how to say meow.
Like I said, one of these days I'm gonna have an N64. I want to like down in our basement. I want to have like the one side where I have my guitar and stuff set up right now. I want to turn that into like a retro lounge or something.
Yes, that'd be cool.
I think that'd be fun.
Tis I, Sir SquarePants.
Like because I got that old CRT TV. Like get a 64 and like hook up to it and stuff.
Yes.
Oh boy, I always get hungry when we go to a library.
Don't you remember what happened last
I know.
time,
I want
Patrick?
to. It'd be
The
sweet.
no food and
Get a
drink
couple
sign
like
is there
little
for
like
a reason.
sit down lounge chairs and stuff, and yeah,
The food
it'd
on
be
the
cool.
sign is what always makes me hungry.
Let your knowledge flow.
I guess I could do it on the other side, behind the theater screen. I could set it up over there.
Yes, you could.
I don't know. I have to think about it. I'll figure it out.
Look, the pumpkins are spraying.
Think faster.
What's so
I
funny?
don't think that fast. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm continuing to do
I've
it.
put me a moment.
Bubbles away.
Oh, there's a thing over here. Ooh.
Sticky sweet.
Oh, I'm searching for dictionaries.
What?
Phew, that one's
I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I'm searching for dictionaries.
That should do the trick, Patrick. Let's go back to Squidward.
How far? Oh, I started the dialogue. I wanted to see where I'm at, like in the game wise.
Help Gary to learn all those fancy expressions he
Bar.
uses.
Oh, I only have 2 worlds left. Nice. Maybe I'll try to finish the game out this week.
His coughing.
Do it.
Ooh, we can...
You
I'd
said
like
you've
to.
only got one world left.
2. Got 2 left.
Nice. I got faith in you.
I know, right?
What you got going on this week? Anything crazy?
No, I'm just gonna watch some movies. I gotta work on the Wong Kar-wai video series. The next couple episodes. And then try to finish out some of these Oscar movies and get a bunch of shorts made up. I'm like 15 reviews behind right now on like the movie shorts, on the short reviews. So I got a lot of them to do. And then also, I just want to fucking play around with my new camera stuff. I want to figure out something to do with that.
Got a lot on your plate.
Yeah. Plus, I'm working over a bunch this week. So,
Yeah, that's always a good time.
yeah, so. Gonna be another long week and long weekend because I'm also working this weekend. So
Where at the
at work, I work.
oh, you're still doing the OT. Duh.
Yeah.
I was thinking at grandma,
No.
grandpa's.
Nope. So yeah, I got a busy week ahead, but stuff to do. At least better than not having anything to do, I guess. I don't know. Besides, it'd be nice to have nothing to do. No, get that stuff done. Hopefully. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna make some time to. I don't know. I might stream or I might watch The Fablemans, which is the new Steven Spielberg. I picked it up over the weekend. They only had one copy on Blu-ray left with the slipcase, so I grabbed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Hold on. I'm lost.
A little dab will do ya.
Okay, I think I need to go west here.
Ooh. That was a major freeze up. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a major freeze up. I didn't think it was going to start back up.
Oh, that bad.
Yeah, it was like super froze up.
No.
The fuck? What the fuck just happened? What was that?
I didn't see it.
The game like froze up and then like it turned me. I don't even know how to explain it. That I'll have to. Maybe I'll clip it or something. I don't know. It's crazy like how much like YouTube Shorts like pops off sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, how's that been going for you now that you've been doing it like fairly consistently for a month or two?
Pretty good. It's helped out on both channels quite a bit. My problem is I don't think it translates over to them like watching the longer content.
Yeah.
So like that's a thing to consider, but at the same time like I think it like it's more beneficial than anything else.
Right, it's still exposure and all that other bullshit, right?
Yeah, I mean if
Are
it wasn't
you getting
for
anything from the creator fund?
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Nice.
It's hardly anything compared to like the big videos. So like Threads, the Threads video right now, it's like the CPM or whatever it's called is like $6 per 1,000 views.
Oh crap.
Where it's like a penny or two, 1,000 views per on the shorts. I don't know like why they can't like. I guess because it's really short content, but like I don't know why they can't up that a little bit. Like
I don't.
You should call me SpongeBob.
They're making a mistake doing it the way that they're doing it, I think.
yeah,
I think that they should have just done the same thing that they've been doing with regular YouTube, where they give the creators a 50% split. Even if it was a 50% split after like the bullshit that they're doing, where they're paying like the music rights holder a bunch of money and all that other bullshit.
yeah. Which I'm never gonna use that. I'm only gonna use like non-licensed like what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm only gonna use like yeah, copyright free music or
Yeah.
I don't see a necessity for that. Although they've made it really hard now to find like Creative Commons. That's what I was looking for. They made it like really hard to find like Creative Commons music now on like when you go onto the YouTube like music library, which is super annoying.
Oh, of course. To encourage you to use the paid
Yeah.
shit so they get money, blah blah blah.
At least from what I can find, like I actually like when you're actually in the menu looking at stuff, like I can't find a way to get to it other than like trying to search for like actually like individually like searching for, I don't know how to explain it, but basically yeah, basically like I feel like you got to go more of a like way around to find copyright free music on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Which I have like a huge, because like I've been like scouring the audio library for a little while now, so like I have like a pretty large music selection from YouTube's audio library already like ready to go. So
Cool. Okay.
I'm not like super concerned with it, but it is kind of annoying to like, now I feel like I have an extra step because you want me to purchase stuff.
Yep. Yep. I understand that for the frustration there.
I would love to, like, I was like thinking the other day, it's like sometimes it's fun to like daydream what you do with like Bezos level money, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
And like I would like spend like a weekend hiring like an orchestra, or not a weekend, probably take longer than that, but like like go through and like record all of like the big like classical music numbers and stuff that's all in the like pretty much like all the public domain music, and have it recorded in like super high quality, you know?
Yeah.
For like people to just download and use for free. Yeah, I think that'd be sweet. You wouldn't have to like credit it or anything. You can just have at it. Which I know there is like a music org that kind of does that, but when I was scrolling through what they had, a lot of their stuff was, a lot of it's like old classical stuff, but a lot of it's not very like good quality. Like it's kind of like has that like compression rate where it's kind of liquidy sounding, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like what is this? 120 like 128-bit MP3? Like
right.
We can fix it easy peasy. All you gotta do is find all the pieces, lick them, stick them back together.
Patrick, that's brilliant. Let's hope it
We
works
broke
on
our
Magic
bubble one, and Patrick's like, all you gotta do is find them, lick them, and stick them back together. That's wonderful. Like, you're a genius, Patrick.
Food bowl.
But yeah.
Why did we never think of this?
Oh yeah, I let your refrigerator.
Yeah, I would love to like do that. It would be sweet to just have like a giant library of stuff ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't know what's this way. Nothing. Okay.
Did I tell you that I turned in my 2 weeks Friday?
Yeah, you did. I'm excited for you. I mean, I bet you're excited too, so.
I'm nervous.
Oh, I bet. It's nerve-wracking to start a new job.
We should bring Squidward here. He's always telling us to get lost.
Game does a sin of mine where it's a collectathon, but it's one of those collectathons where it's like, once you unlock it, you can come back and get this. Like, just let me do it now. One of those people, I want to do everything at once. I don't have to come back. But when do you start? Like, do you start within the, after the 13th? Okay.
Either. I start the 13th.
Ooh, more jelly.
Yeah, I'm happy you got it.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I said I'm happy you got it.
Yeah, me too, man. Thank you.
That was spicy. Looks like that should be open now.
You're kidding me. There's not a gold... Like, the gold coins in this game are, like, super hard to find. They're actually, like, super well hidden. I've had a hell of a time. Yeah, I've had a hell of a time trying to find them.
Well, I really need to find a different way home.
Oops.
Oh, thank you, Patrick.
Wrong button.
Thank you. Jelly-o! Look, a piece of the bubble one. No more chafing.
There's got to be a gold coin in this maze somewhere, though.
I licked and sticked your garage door back together, too.
I bet there is. Right in the center.
Don't open that for a while.
Maybe.
Maze isn't very mazy. It's pretty linear. Just saying.
Did you tell it that you're not amazed with its performance?
You're not amazing.
Last time I came already. Coming at ya.
Probably good.
Yoink.
Get out of here, man. Dude, I'm
More jelly.
kind of upset the Neverending Story didn't really hold up very well.
Yeah, it was definitely like a little disappointing.
Yeah.
It wasn't
was.
bad, but it definitely wasn't like, you know, a great movie to me. You know, I'm not a stab at anyone that likes it or whatever. It just, I didn't see it when I was a kid, so I think I just kind of missed the mark on it, you know?
No. It definitely wasn't as good as the Dark Crystal.
No, Dark Crystal was way better.
More jelly.
Now, what me and Autumn was talking about it today. It was like, it was weird because like, what's weird about it is like how fast stuff happens. Like it almost feels like a shortened version of it. 'Cause, like to me, the
Yeah.
like horse part was like so much later in the game, like in the movie, than like what it was in the movie. Like it's like within like the first 15 minutes, you're like, what? Like I could have sworn you were like an hour in.
Well, and you know, I'm assuming you saw it when you were younger, yeah?
I did, but I did rewatch it as an adult.
Oh, and you still remembered it. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I still like I remember like it being like a longer section than what it was, and it's like it's just weird because it's like what?
Yeah.
And I don't remember as much as like it cutting back to the kid reading the book either.
Yeah, it did do that a lot.
Another piece of the wand.
That was
Which
another
is like
one I
fine,
don't
yeah,
remember
I
as
guess,
much.
yeah, I don't know. What?
I said that was another thing I didn't remember as much was like the kid. Like I knew the kid got the book and he read it, but like I don't remember it cutting back to the kid as much. I think I've been
Yeah.
Mandela'd again. I think it's what's happened.
Uh-oh.
Because I recently got Mandela'd because I thought Lyle Crocodile was nominated for an Oscar and it was not. I thought it was nominated for Best Song and it was not. Which is one of the main reasons why I watched it, was because I thought it was nominated for an Oscar.
There are
You were
options.
wrong.
And I'm
You
not the
were
only one.
mistaken.
Like I say, I know other people who said it too. They're like, it wasn't. It's like, no, it's not. It's like I swore it was.
may enter, and even then, there's no boys allowed, unless they're in
It wasn't in your
Are
heart.
you in the band?
No, it was. Dude, I think they dropped the N-word at the end of that movie, by the way.
What movie?
Lyle Crocodile, the kids movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a song they play on a radio, and I swear in the verse it drops the N-word, like uncensored in the movie.
Huh.
Yeah,
I wonder
it's like
if,
it's like
someone
at
just
the
didn't
end.
catch it, or
I don't know, because it's like at the end, because we're watching it and it pops on the thing, and it's a terrible movie. It's really bad,
Look, Patrick.
and
Okay.
Animal trapped in this cage.
and it's like at the end of the movie, like they turn on the radios, they're going on this trip to end the movie with, and it like plays this rap song.
Whatever it is.
And I swear, like it says it like right over top of like Scoot McNairy was saying, his character was saying something, and I swear it says in the background because I paused
Okay.
it and like rewind and listened to it like a million times, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm just hearing it now because like I've got it in my head. That's what happens. I just cheese. Did I just cheese this
Right,
whole
but like now you can't
level?
unhear it.
No, I can't. I think I just cheesed this whole level.
This will be the key to our success.
Nice.
I just like bypass. I think
You're
I
a
just
speedrunner,
bypassed
dude.
it. I guess. I think I just bypassed like a huge section. Yeah, Lila Crocodile is terrible. Super would not recommend. 2 out of 10,
Alright, I
dog.
won't watch it. You twisted my arm.
Missed that jump.
I really wanted to. I was dead set to
Well,
watch it.
I mean, if you really want to, by all
You know.
means.
But if you're gonna come at me with that kind of energy, I'll
You're
just check it out later.
Sam Mendes? No, Shawn Mendes. You're a Shawn Mendes fan.
I don't know if I remember who that is.
Not a very good actor, I'll tell you that. No offense.
I'm feeling better already. Sticky sweet.
Animated board.
Hmm?
What does that do? That sounds like a cool spell.
The spelly things then.
Oh, it must be one of these. Creates an illusory sword to perform multiple attacks.
You create a
What?
illusory sword to perform multiple attacks.
Excuse me?
Key in on this one soon. Ah.
Alright, what am I doing now?
Oh, that's gonna be broken, isn't it? Yeah. I sure wish I would have had that for the fight initially. I have the best sword in the game now, and I just got a ring that makes it so that when I attack, like, it creates an illusory version that attacks a couple of extra times. So it's like super broken.
That's so cool. Like,
Well, I
hey, Penny.
think I'm gonna... Oh, hey, there's a thing down here.
I knew I could
I think
count on you,
I'm
Patrick.
gonna have to bounce off here. I didn't realize it was past 10 o'clock already.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the same. It was good kicking it though, dude.
Yeah, it was good hanging out with you.
glad
I'm gonna
that
end
you're
the
enjoying-
stream. Hold on, let me end the stream real quick. Like, subscribe.